Hello everyone, today I'm going to teach you how to start using the Unreal Engine. Alright, so first off the bat, you got to download the Epic Launcher and then you can go down to the Unreal Engine after you've made your account and everything. Easy way to get started is if you go to the marketplace, you can, give it a moment, you can scroll down and it'll actually have free models for the month. I get these now and again just to work on scenes that you've probably seen on my channel if you watch any of them. Other than that, you can go over to the library, and this is where you actually will start your projects. As you can see, I use multiple because I actually put assets on the marketplace. But all you gotta do to start this is you click launch, but in order to add assets that you've downloaded and everything, you have to come down here and click add to project. So I'm gonna go ahead and start a project and show you what that looks like. Alright, so when it loads up, if you've done any projects before, they'll show up on here. You can actually load them up. This is how you go from a lower tier, like a lower version project, and bring it up to a newer version project. For now, we're just going to go down here, go to games, because this will allow us to make like games and such. You can go with blank, or you can use any one of these. The first person comes with a first person camera that you can start with and edit and modify to how you want it. Other than that, that's pretty much how all these work. They give you certain things you need for that kind of project if you want to base off of what they do. You can start with starter content. You can go with ray tracing. I don't have a good enough graphics card to use that currently, but I'm working on it. Blueprinting or C++, it depends on, it shows you which one, it allows you to choose which one you want to do mainly. You can technically do both on either one, but C++ allows you to do more programming than blueprinting, if I'm correct. We're going to go ahead and name this tutorial. Alright, create project. As you can see, it's creating project. Alright, so when you start up a project, it'll bring you up with this basic scene right here. It has reflection spheres, it's got atmospheric fog, it's got a skylight. We might get into all that later on. One of the most important things on here is the directional light. You'll need that for most of your scenes, but we'll get into lighting later on. So one of the good things you can do in here is you can go to visual effects and you can actually drop in your own fog. As you can see, it pops in and everything. It's one of the things I wanted to show you guys because I know a lot of people want to get into game development, but they don't even know how to start. And one of the tools I like to use when I'm developing scenes and shit is this camera. You can actually pilot it and move it to where you want it to go. So that's one of the good things you can do in this little scene is practice with that. We'll get into the details of that later on. You can go down here and your content that you've added to your project will be down here in folders that say the name. So because we've just got the starter content, I can just drop in, I don't know, let's go to architecture. Nah, that's boring. Let's go to, where's the meshes? Oh, this one is called props. Okay. Usually when you go into somebody's downloaded pack, it says meshes. As you can see, it's just a drag and drop system. It's that simple. So that's pretty much the basics of Unreal. That's how you get started. You can use all that to do what you want, but in order to get all this to work, you have to go to build lighting. And once you click build lighting, it'll go through it, and depending on how many resources and such that you have on here, the level of detail and everything, it'll actually increase the time this takes. So when you're getting started, I would definitely recommend doing small little things until you get good enough to be able to go into those big things, because they'll take a little bit more time. And that's just the basics of Unreal. I'll get into more of it later on in a different video. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and good luck on your game development. There's one thing that's really important that I wanted to teach you guys that I forgot to record in the middle of it, but I actually have it in my notes, so I'm going to go ahead and go through it. So this is a widget, and one thing that's really important is that it can move your model along the axes, and there are three important things you can do with this. You can move it, you can rotate it along the axes, and then you can also scale your model. So this is something that's rather important for people to get started. And other than that, you've got the save up here. You got to click save in order to save your projects. That's rather important. I don't want anyone to miss out on that, because it would be really bad to start your project and then forget to save. That's all I wanted to add, and again, good luck with your game development.